Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. Although this way stringing us along, just know you're not alone. So I'm gonna make this place your home. All right, let's welcome our spiritual practitioners here. Reverend Dr. Rita, Reverend Dr. Patrick.
Aloha, everyone. Aloha. Was there a sleepover last night and then nobody invited them and they're still sleeping? I'm just curious. How y'all doing? Oh, now there she is. So welcome, 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 welcome to all of you, and then everyone is also online. Welcome to this wonderful celebration of ourselves today. So let's just take a moment to settle into this incredible place. This space that has been created to just swim and bask in the sun of self-love. And that self-love goes from this room out into the world. We have come here today on purpose, I hope. I have come here on purpose to remember who we are. And that is that divine frequency, that thing called love. No matter what we are in this moment, we cannot run from the idea and the truth that each and every one of us is love personified. And with that, we have total reason to celebrate today. And so with that, let's just take a moment, put our hands on our heart. Ooh, say, I love me. And so it is.
Hold on to me as we go, to roll down the unfamiliar road. Although this way stringing us along, just know you're not alone. So I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, you'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons that fill you with fear.
Michelle and Louise. Give it up.
Woo!
How do you spell ooh?
We got that line memorized. Yeah. Okay, so welcome again to Center
And
for
once again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for this work you're doing with the Namaste Singers. And,
Yeah.
and
I just keep telling them we're just getting better and better.
better and better. That's what we do.
Yeah, so where are we? We're at our...
We're at a place called home.
Yeah, we are. Here we are, awakening humanity to its magnificence by walking the bridge from duality to unity consciousness. Are you there? Yes. All right.
I
good.
saw some of you running, not walking. I saw some of you running.
Yeah. So okay.
bridge.
So we're in the last week of this month. It's hard
This
to
has
believe.
been a long month. I mean, a good long month, but it seems like, you know, the song that continues on and on, that's how March has felt. March, just only 1 or 2 days more, and it seemed like it was there. So what do we have? What is our vision and our wonderful message this month? What has it been?
Evolution, revolution.
Can you all say that together? Evolution, revolution.
Yeah, so
Yes,
we've
and
been
we-
evolving all month.
And we have a wonderful mantra affirmation that we've been saying, and it's simple. I embrace my spiritual evolution. I embrace my spiritual evolution. Say it one more time like you mean it.
I embrace my spiritual revolution.
Woo. That's
All right, so
Waking you up.
if you're here for the first time, I'm going back to our roots, and today I'll be doing that. Our roots of the science of mind and New Thought, which started, well, it started in the 1800s, but to tell you the truth, it started a long time before that, because it's really, we call it New Thought, but it's not really very new. It's been going on for years and years and centuries that says that right where we are, there is a power and a presence that moves through us as us, and that life changes when we change our thoughts about life. And the only way we can change our thoughts about life is by changing our beliefs, because our beliefs are coming from those thoughts. I mean, coming from, well, actually, both. From the thoughts and the beliefs, the thoughts are coming from the beliefs. You could look at it whichever way you want, but I know that if you seem to feel like you can't change a thought about something, usually there's a belief there that needs to be dug out and looked at. And I'm in a constant process of that every day of my life. I am looking at my beliefs, and when new experiences come, I have to look at them again, because usually I'm in process, and it's good. It's a good process, and it's powerful, and that's what the science of mind and spirit is. New Thought is us working through evolution, our spiritual evolution, into what's behind me, which is unity consciousness. So thank you for joining us today. We're really excited to be here, always.
Yes, and our lineage, the reason we talk about New Thought is because they woke up one morning at the end of the 1800s and before and said, this old, I believe spiritually they said, this old crap isn't working. So it's time for something new. And I think that's where we all are right now, something new. Something new. Now, is there anyone new here today that's never been here before? Okay. Well, that's unusual. But it's not unusual to, I was going to sing a little Tom Jones, but that's not going to happen. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to close our eyes for a moment, and we're going to imagine, because the imagination is the best key that we could have to progress and evolve. So if you want to close your eyes, if you don't, you can stare at me. It doesn't really matter. But I want you to take this moment, put your hand on your heart, and I just want you to know that this is a new moment that has never happened before. And you are brand new in this moment. Feel that feeling that not only is it a new thought, but it's an absolute new you knew me. And let me tell you something. Now that you have never breathed the air quite like you're breathing it now, I'm going to let you know who you are. You are magnificent. I am magnificent. As one, as we cross that bridge to unity, we are magnificent. And those people, keep your eyes closed. It's okay. It's okay. There's some people up there that said, yeah, they forgot about me. They forgot about me. I'm new too. Everyone that is watching and is going to watch, they're new. So let's turn to them and see their brand new selves, shall we? You are magnificent. Ah, how does it feel? Yeah. Let's go clothes shopping. Yeah. We're brand new. So look to each other, do whatever you want. Look at those people in the back. Let them know that they are magnificent as well.
Yeah.
You are magnificent.
So are you. So, all right. Oh, look at them. They're so sweet. All right. Let's invite Kyle and Louise to come back up.
They love being new. Look at them.
We have in the light today is our beautiful Reverend Diane Decker.
Yeah.
Yay. She is in the light.
2. I was just letting them know.
Let's use 2. Let's use a good number. Good morning, everyone. We'll see where my heart logic leads us today. You know, I was thinking the other day, we think our brain is up here. Our brain is in our heart. Yes. Our brain is in our belly. There are neural networks all throughout our body that inform us on how we should live, aren't there? Well, maybe you don't know that, so let me tell you that. So we'll just see where the logic of my heart leads us today, because that's my intention. This month, this last period of time, I have been working with something that Ernest Holmes taught, and also we were reminded this morning that our ancestors in New Thought also taught, is that God is right where we are. In and through everything, seen and unseen, is the divine presence of Spirit, literally. It's not just a thought. It's not a wish, a hope, a prayer. It's actual divine energy flowing in and through each one of us and everything we see around us. And so I have challenged myself over the last month to look for everything that I need right where I am. If God is everything, in and through everything, then everything I could possibly need is right here. And so I've been looking for ways to manifest that belief in my actual practical life. And one of the first things I chose to do was to stop shopping online. Somehow I became influenced by the idea that if you're going to live on a remote island, you have to use Amazon. You have to use online shopping to get what you need, because you can't get everything you need on island. And then I remember that this island was self-sustaining for hundreds of years. Everything they needed was grown here, flowed through the waters here, came from the oceans here, was grown in the earth here. And so that is my journey right now, is to remember that everything I need is right where I am. And that includes all of you, too. Every person that I need to interact with is right here on this island. Now, I have to say, I have Ohana off island that I like to interact with. But when I need something, it's you guys that are here. It is the family that I have embraced since moving here that have met every need in the moment. If God is in and through everything, and God is right where I am, how could I need anything that isn't right here? And so that's a practice for me. And the second way that I am practicing that belief is by being in service on this island. Most of my volunteer time, money, talent is going towards organizations that feed this island and feed the people of this island. We went to an amazing cultural seminar workshop yesterday in Kilauea at the new ag farm, the new ag park on Kilauea Road on the way to the lighthouse. And they're building a mosaic that will grace the wall of the Kilauea Wildlife Refuge at the lighthouse that shows the history of the Hawaiian Islands from their birth all the way to the ones we can't see anymore, the Kapuna Islands that are on the northwest end of the island chain. And through mele and chant and story, people were guided through the process of remembering that right where they are, everything they need is. And then they, after this process of coming to that, they were creating the stars, the dark night sky and the star portion of this mosaic yesterday. It was beautiful. And so I'm nourished by things like this. I'm nourished by collecting food for those who are hungry here. I am nourished by taking care of the earth here. I am nourished by planting my garden to grow food. I am nourished by coming to places like this and serving here as well, so that all of us can be nourished. Right where we are, God is. And so when we're picking up trash on the beach, when we're bringing in non-perishable food for the hungry, when we are sitting here together hand in hand remembering that we are all one, when we are out there doing our work every day, when we are in our families, in our home, when we lay our head down at night, God is right where we are. And so that's my springtime journey, is remembering that all that we have and all that we need is right where we are. Let's just breathe into that for a moment. What does that look like for you? So that's what I would call you to. There's so much in our modern world that is static, that is interference, that is distracting us from remembering this truth, that is trying to make us think that we have to shop online, that we have to go out there to get what we need, that we have to do this and we have to do that. Now that's just one practice for me. You're going to do what you do, of course. But I'm trying to find ways for me, and I would invite you to find ways for you that you can become deeply rooted in this place. Because when we look around us here on the island of Kauai, life is pretty darn good. Isn't it? Like, we get to live here. But when we look out beyond into something that we can't actually touch, it looks like things are pretty darn messed up. And so let's come back to where we are and raise the frequency of this place by putting our love and aloha in this place, by giving our time, our talent, our treasure to this place, and watch it grow and watch it thrive through whatever happens in the outside world. Because right where we are, God is. Literally. Mahalo.
Like the sunlight on your face, feel the love of God surround me. I'm touched by amazing grace. all I ever wanted, all I ever needed, it's already there, closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air, and I breathe it. I am filled with the Spirit. It is health to my body. It is peace to my mind. It is joy. It is joy to my soul. And I breathe out a simple prayer of thank you. And my breath becomes a song that was singing all along, that is singing everywhere. It is nearer than the air. And I breathe in. I am filled with the Spirit. It is health to my body. It is peace to my mind. It is joy. It is joy. It is joy. Joy to my soul. And I breathe out a simple prayer of thank you. And my breath becomes a song that was singing all along, that is singing everywhere. It is nearer than the air. It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I'm touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, all I ever needed, was already there, closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air.
Hello. I'm just going to read you from this book tonight. No. Does anybody know who this is? No. His name was Phineas Parkhurst Quimby. And he lived in the 1800s, and he was a healer. And he healed probably around maybe 10,000 to 13,000 people at that time. He started out as a clockmaker, which is really interesting. But he got interested in the mind, and he got interested in mesmerism and all of that. But he wasn't a mesmerist. So one day, he was in a carriage going up a hill, and he had been diagnosed with what was a very common illness in those days, tuberculosis, called consumption. In the operas, all the sopranos die from it. I don't know. I never could understand how they could sing and die of consumption at the same time, but they did. Anyway, that's what he had. He had some form of tuberculosis, very serious, that was told that it could not be cured. So one day he was riding in his carriage up a hill, and his horse started acting up. So he got out of the carriage, got on the horse, and continued to ride up on the hill on his horse. And what ended up happening, what he realized when he got to the top, is that he was cured, because he had forgotten his illness while he was riding his horse. And he was so focused on getting to the top of the hill that it went away. So that was like the beginning of his practice, was on himself. And he went on, like I said, to cure at least 10,000 people. And this book is all his, he never wrote a book, he just had journals. And so people that came after him took all his journals, and they're called the Quimby manuscripts. This is the full version of it, and you can see how small the print is. All right, so it's not something you would digest in a moment. And in fact, it's written in a language that's kind of like old-time language, so you have to kind of really decipher it. But I only bring it up here because at one time, people really believed this, and they had reached the end of their rope. Like, they didn't have medicine like we have today. They had people putting leeches on their bodies and things like that. And they didn't have any hope for their illness. So when they were told that there was nothing more they could do for them, what happened was they turned within, and they turned to spirit. And Dr. Quimby, he wasn't really a doctor, but he called himself that. So the title of our talk today is Under the Influence. I know, right? Isn't that a great title? And I guess my question to you today, and something you could take home with you, is what influence are you under? It's something to think about. Quimby thought that everybody was under the influence of disease. They were under the influence of their churches and stuff that were telling them that they were being punished because they were sinners, and therefore sinners got diseases, and that's what they were under the influence. But he would take them, and the way he healed them was, well, he would talk them out of it. His most famous quote to me is, "Man is his belief." And we are under the influence of our beliefs. We're under the influences of our beliefs right now as we sit here. Our country is under the influence of a belief, each individually and then collectively, right? So Quimby would sit down with people, and he would do what our practitioners do. He'd start to question them, and he'd start to hear their stories. And then he would realize that behind that story, there was a belief that was holding that illness in place. And there was a woman that came to him, there's so many, but there was one woman, she had some rheumatism, and she was in total, complete pain and couldn't function. They told her she could never be cured. And by questioning her, and he found out that the reason she was sick was because she felt like she had been cursed by someone, a doctor or it was a religious thing. She was cursed as a bad person, and therefore she held that in her mind so strongly that she created herself as a person that had rheumatism that was so painful she could hardly live. So by talking to her and telling her her truth, finding that out, and then telling her what her truth really was that God was good, and he hated churches, by the way. I don't know how he would have felt about this one, but he did not like churches or priests. He was like, anyway, because he felt like they were the cause of everybody's, bad feelings about themselves. So, but he talked her out of it and told her who she really, truly was. And she believed him because she kind of realized that what he was saying was the truth, because within us all there is a deep voice within us all that, if we really listen to it, tells us who and what we are. we don't have to go far. It's like the song, Nearer Than the Air. It's like what Reverend Diane said. It's right here where we are. And the question is, for us today and always, is what is our influence? What are we being influenced by? What are we believing? And I want to just tell you that some of the things that Quimby said, and we're not going to just talk about physical disease right now. That's one thing, but there's lots of kinds of diseases. There's poverty. There's feelings that we're not good enough, and all of those kind of things. So when we use the word disease, let's not think about it as just like our bodies, okay? Dis-ease is dis-ease about anything in our life. He said, disease is the belief of a false idea. The destruction of the idea is the cure. Now, you have to believe that you could actually destroy the idea by believing something else, right? I mean, it's the work that we do as practitioners. It's the work that we do as Dr. Joe Dispenza does this work, you know, where they go in and they just bring forth the real true identity. Now, in spiritual mind treatment, the reason it works, for me, my understanding of it, is because it shifts the energy. When I'm sitting with somebody, and I'm sure any other practitioner here could vouch with me, that when you're sitting with somebody and you hear their story, and you hear that, whatever that is, and you start to treat for that, like the opposite belief, and you start to open up the field with that, the universe responds. It just has to. It responds to us. It says yes. The question is, are we saying yes? So it sounds simple, and I'm sure that I don't know for a fact, but I'm sure he sat with these people more than once, and he probably prayed more than once, and he probably did his work more than once. In fact, I remember one of the stories they told was he said, don't send me, because he didn't make, he was charging people, but he wouldn't charge them until they were healed. He would say, don't send me anything until you tell me that you're healed, because he did remote healing too at the same time, which we do, because what? There's a field of energy that doesn't need us to be present with the person in order to work on their situation, whatever it is. Then he said, mind acts upon mind through a belief and produces the effect called dis-ease. And then he says, the truth is the cure, error is the disease. So I know for myself is that I grew up with a lot of beliefs about myself, but I was unconscious. I didn't even know they were there. And so I acted out my life unconsciously from that place, and I created more and more and more of the same thing because I wasn't conscious that I could actually change my mind about something and remember who I was and remember what I was worth and remember that I wasn't those things. I was, God. I was God. I was the presence, the power, and divine. And when I to discover that, and it didn't take a moment. I've been in this teaching since 1998. So when I walked into my first Science of Mind church, but I did the work. We have to do the work. And what's the work? It's like going back again and again and again until what ends up happening is you get the realization, because the truth, that's the truth, the realization of who and what you are. So I think today, with everything that's going on, as Reverend Diane was saying, and is that we're being fed a lot of BS about ourselves, about what we're capable of. We're a complete system. And this is a time when we have to work on that and realize that and put it into action. It's not enough to just say we know it. We can't know it until we can prove it. And there's parts of my life that I haven't proved it yet. I say I know it, but until I can prove it, then I don't know it totally. And I'm willing to admit that because I have to do what I have to do in order to get myself to that state of knowing. And then there's other areas of my life where I know it. I know it so amazingly that shift happens like almost immediately, no matter what it is. And Yeah, so I guess my invitation is for each of us to do what's necessary to clean our mental closet and remember who we are. Because we don't want to be the ones falling off a cliff because we didn't remember who we were. We are the power and the presence of a divine energy that is so magnificent and so amazing, and it's working through us in every moment. If you look at your life, you'll see where it picked you up when you couldn't feel like you could pick yourself up. And you know what it takes? It takes surrender and trust. That's what it takes for me, total surrender and trust. Because sometimes I work so hard, I think I'm doing the work, but surrender and trust. That's what it takes. And then what happens is it's awareness. We wake up and we realize what we knew all along, but just wasn't conscious of it. And then our lives start to change. And we know what to do in every moment. We know whether we should move, whether we should stay, whether we should give this, whether we should put this into action, what's ours to do. Then we know because we're so clear. And that's my work in my life, is to be that clear, that I know exactly in every moment and not get sidestepped and sideswept by every little thing that's said to me and every little thing I hear on the news or whatever. So do the work. As we say in Mental Muscle, do the work, live the results. Namaste. Thank you.
What a way. What a way. What a way. I was in the dark, I was falling hard, with an open heart. What a way. Did I read the stars so wrong? What a way. Now it's clear to me, everything you see ain't always what it seems. What a way. I was dreaming for so long. Wish I knew then what I know now. Tired, bow down. Gravity hurts, it made it so sweet till I woke up on the concrete, falling from cloud nine. What a way, not losing any sleep. I took every piece and landed on my feet. And what a way, ain't nothing to complete myself. And what a way, yeah, I am born again, out of the lion's den. I don't have to pretend it's too late. The story's over now. The end. Wish I knew then, now, tired, bow down. It hurts, it made it so sweet. Then I woke up on the concrete. I'm falling from cloud nine. I'm crashing from the high. I'm letting castles crumble. I am trying to hold on. God knows that I tried seeing the bright side. Not blind anymore. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. Say it with me, say it with me. Believe it. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake.
Wake up. Are you guys wide awake today? I bet you are. Give it up for them. They bring us this beautiful music. Well, between Reverend Diane and Reverend Dr. Rita, whatever I thought I was going to talk about went out the thing, but I'm going to start right here, doing a little weightlifting. I want to thank you. I want to thank him. I want to thank all of the people throughout our history that dared to say there's something more, that dared to say, I don't care what you say, that dared to say, I'm going to live life to the fullest, because not only do I deserve it, but I am it. So I got good news for you and some not so good. The not so good news is that we are continually influenced moment to moment to moment to moment, and we cannot get away from it. Even when you're sleeping, you're dreaming, and your dreams are influencing us, right? Always being influenced. I really thought of that when I thought of this title. We thought of this title, Under the Influence. You know what I thought. I mean, I've heard people have been under influences that thought they were feeling better from them, and then at the time they did. And they do. Under the influence. So that is the not so good news, but the good news is that we are in charge of our own influencer. We are in charge. I am so spiritually tired of hearing all of them out there are influencing me and I can't think straight. Who's thinking? I am. Who's thinking through me? Spirit is. Call it whatever you want. We have people on the other realms helping us. We got it here, we got it there, and we have it everywhere. But it comes down to, what am I going to believe for me? Oh my God, we've been sold such a beautiful bill of goods, haven't we? And they're good though, because they say, you know, it was a lesson. This is a lesson. I was given a lesson. Who gave you that lesson? We did, for our own evolution. I cannot believe that there is anything outside of me that's saying, you know, if Patrick had just been a little more congenial on his last conversation, this wouldn't be happening. Let's give him a flat. Let's give him this. Let's give him a dis-ease. No. I was telling Rita what I love about spiritual mind treatment, and I want to apologize for it, and all of the metaphysicians to apologize, to say, I have not been fully honest. It works because we say so. And you can call it spiritual mind treatment, you can call it talking to yourself, you can call it whatever it is. But all of a sudden, do you remember when we were little? Maybe just show me your hands after I ask the question. When we were kids, I remember my mother saying, be careful, he's a bad influence. He's a bad influence, which got me off the track, right? because then my mother gets to blame everybody else for my actions. Oh, Patrick would have done it, but he was under the bad influences. And I had a few of those in high school. But you know, I influenced a few bad things in myself. Yeah. But I got out of it because she thought it was them. So it was them. Oh, I love life. I'm getting to know life like I have never gotten, and I want that for each and every one of us. This thing about, I was telling Rita, we still are going to spiritual mind treatment, kind of like, I'm just going to say it, kind of like when I was in Catholicism. Another prayer, hope it works. It does work. You are a walking demonstration. I want you to really hear that. A walking demonstration. There is nothing that we cannot be, do, and have, and it's not airy-fairy. And if it is, I'm with the fairies. Yes. Fly me home, baby. And I'll look good in wings, too, just FYI. Wow. Did you know that whatever is going on in our life, right here and right now, whatever discourse is going on, that we have the power to say no more? We have the power to reach at the very depths of our soul and say, I am that I am. And here's another little mantra that I think it's time we pull back in. We are the healer and the healed in one. Two taste treats in one. And I am not waiting anymore for someone out there to say and give me permission to be healed, to give me permission to live a life full of love. I was in a session the other day, nobody on the island. Get that straight. Rita always said, we have to get that straight. It wasn't any of you. I'm just saying. No, I was on the phone doing a session with someone, and I just love it when the light goes on. Have you ever been there with your friend or with your family, and you say something, and you organically, because that's how I work organically. There are people that get a book, even in psychology, you know, you're acting like this and this and this. Hold on. Oh, you've got what? Everyone is individual. No, but even if you have the same dis-ease, you still don't have the same one as the person next to you, because all of this is us. Can you tell I'm a little excited today? Because there's something going on. So I said to her, or him, I was guided. And I thought, I didn't get in there and go, that might hurt her feelings, or what happens if you send her over, or whatever. I said no, because I am being guided right here and right now. And I said, why are you punishing yourself? The Zoom went cold. I said, why? And she just burst. It was like freedom. Why? Because of this, and because of this, and because of this, and because of this. And I've been shoving my greatness into a box and keeping the lid on it. Why? Because I'm a bad girl. I said, ooh, we got some talking and loving to do here. I said this, and here's the compassion we all can have for ourselves. I'm coming, brothers. I'm coming. As I was saying, and sorry, Jonathan and the wonderful crew back there. greatness, I think we have been playing hide and seek with life. I think that we do know who and what we are. I do know that I can say in the compassion with her, as I said, it must be really tough. It must be so tough to hide your greatness for so many years. When your little girl's sitting there wanting to be what? To be free. I said, I'm really proud of you. That was a lot of shoving down to do for a lot of years. Are you done? We can go on more if you want. But you opened up the box. Ooh. Oh, she's beautiful. We're beautiful. Self-love, babe. It's all about self-love. We're not going to get out of it. And I honestly understand why self-love is challenging at times. Because our world tells us what it tells us. I'm not even going to allow myself to give that world out there any more power. If I was beamed up, as my brothers were trying to do when I was beamed up tomorrow, I just want you to just remember something. You are so beautiful. No matter what is going on in your life, you are beautiful, you are powerful, and I'm so sorry that we thought we had to suffer. I'm sorry for all of us. But I know one damn thing, that I cuss now more than I ever did before I was a minister. And that's because you get serious. So this is what I'm saying when I'm going to wrap this with this idea of spiritual mind treatment. This isn't selling spiritual mind treatment. The words are not the healer. The words are not the healer. They sound wonderful, they sound musical at times, and they sound this. I'll tell you where the healer is. The healer comes from the belief that I am the healer and the healed. So when everybody, and it took this, and what I loved about what Rita was talking about, he got off and got on his horse and thought about something besides his dis-ease. He thought about where he wanted to go, and he wanted to go up the hill. He wanted to go up the hill. He wanted to go, and that's why we say turn away from your condition, and everyone says, oh, that's so non-compassionate. What are you saying, that I have to turn away from? No. There's a part B to it. Turn away and look at what you want. Look at how you want to live. Look at how you want to experience. Look at your inner child and say, I'm sorry, I've been ignoring you. Come on up. Yeah, but no buts. Get your big butt out of the way. Because there's no more buts. Today we have decided, and I've decided for you. Why? Because I'm the boss of you. That's what we want. More questioning, more delving deep. But we're not going down there just to pull it up to go, ah. We're bringing it up to go, how the hell did you get there? Wow. Be gone. Does that mean we're not going to ever be sick, ever going to have problems with our finances? This month, Rita was saying there, we had a really tough month last one. Mom and Dad were up at night going, ooh, honey, how you doing with QuickBooks over there? Anything look better than it did 5 minutes ago? Turn away from it and go up the hill. And this is how Master Jesus did it. And this is our teaching as well. Not the teaching of Jesus that says anything else. This is how he started his treatment. Thank you. What is it you need? What is it thank you for the demonstration. That's acting as if it is already done. And then he did something, and I've heard people tell me this, oh, Patrick, that's so harsh. Commanded life, commanded the law of our being to say no more. My greatness is here. I am love personified. Thank you. I act as if now, and now I move ahead. And I'm going to tell you something. Checks were coming in from everywhere. I felt like you remember on the TVs, those evangelists saying, and you just give $10 more, and it was just like coming in from nowhere. Well, not nowhere. They were coming from somewhere. Because I said thank you. We said thank you for this Center for Spiritual Living. And people came forth. And I want this for our own individual lives. Rita and I are catching on to that one, by the way. Because we go, I command that CSL Kauai breathes and lives. And it has to. It has to. I will not accept no for an answer. I command it. Not I'm commanding like I'm a dictator. I'm commanding because of who I am. I'm commanding that this is so, and then I act as if. And I said, Rita, it'll be really fun if you and I throw us into the mix as well. Because sometimes we're so busy out there that we forget to supply what's here. Yes? No. How you feeling? Natalie, what's one word? How you feel right now? A word, doesn't matter. Just any word. Just, yes, go. No, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be good. It could be screw you, Patrick. No. You don't feel well. Yeah. What? Something wrong with that? No. But I do know one thing. I know what I know. And I look at this beautiful woman sitting there, and I see beyond anything that you are feeling right now. I say honor it, be with it. But if you're sitting in front of me, my lady, me lady, I see health, I see vibrancy, I see love, I see a beautiful little girl that's in there just being right with you when you're not feeling good. She's right there. And you have a whole power that's doing this. We love you, Natalie. We love you, Natalie. And so it is. You always know when something's happening because I'll be sweating. I'm like all sweaty and stuff. Cheers. Hey, guys. Under the influence. Service on Sunday. Reverend Patrick, we were thinking, you know why his face is so red?
All right, so here we are. We have a beautiful song to sing together for our giving today. And thank you for everything that you give here. Oh my God, it's been a wonderful march, and it's really lifted us out of our conundrum, whatever that word is, and we are rising. And I have a mantra, it just gets better and better. And just know that for your own life.
Did you hear
it
that?
Just gets better and better every day.
Let's say it. It gets better and better.
Every day.
Yes.
And so it is.
You ready, guys?
right
Uh-oh.
now. I circulate my love.
Circulate.
I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love. And it returns to me. Multiply abundantly. Circulate my love right now. I circulate my love.
Circulate my joy right now. Circulate my joy. It returns to me. Multiply abundantly. Circulation across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond. Circulate my gift right now. Circulate my gift. Circulate my gift right now. I circulate my gift, and it returns to me. Multiply abundantly. Yeah. Circulation across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond.
Now for this beautiful, amazing donations and love that's in this basket. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know it goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless, that we are all blessed 100 times overflowing from giving and receiving. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
So it is. And thank you everyone online who's sending it in as they watch it. And I know that if you have been nourished, make sure to, what's the thing we have to say that it helps us if they push the button?
What do you want? Donate?
Share, share, share,
Oh,
share.
share. Yeah, share this beautiful center with your friends so we can up our visibility. Okay, so a couple of things and announcements is that I just wanted to let you know that choir is now closed to members. We have 9 people, and we're going to cultivate these 9 people for now and blossom them and let them grow. And because it's just the way I'm doing it. So I think the proof is in the pudding, and I think we're growing. So
And it's not closed forever. It just
no,
is
no,
open.
not just for right now. I have 9 people, and a lot of it's to do with space and consistency at rehearsal and stuff like that. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that. And then, what's Thursday?
Thursday's your choir.
No, okay,
yeah.
what else?
And then Food Drive is doing really well, is it not, you guys? Yeah. And then
Thank you, Diane
I'll do
and
it because
Sue.
I can. So this Tuesday is yoga, and there's our yoga lady right there, Jeanette. Quanta loves your yoga class, by the way. And so here's the deal. Tuesday, Angela's having her volunteer get-together. The volunteer get-together is about finding out the opportunities that we can have to serve our community here. So that's at 10:30 with snacks.
Okay.
Snacks. What's that? Oh, it's this Tuesday, April 1st. And it's not a Fool's. It's not April Fool's. It's actually meet at 10:30. And this is for everyone to come and find out how you can serve here at Spiritual Center Institute, or better known from our man over here, the Temple of Magnificence.
So, and talking about that, what's this afternoon?
4 o'clock. So, 3:45.
3:45, come dance the Universal Dances of Peace with Stream and his friends.
Quanta loves that little get-together as well.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm going to do it for her. Mental Muscle has like 4 spots left. I've taken Mental Muscle. What's the slogan that we know? If you do the work,
you live the results.
you live the results.
Go ahead, you tell
Go
me.
ahead. No, I'm just saying that I want if you ever, we're going to take this something, take it with this lady. And I know that Stream was the first one that had taken it. It's Mental Muscle. It's an 8-week program. It's in the morning, so you don't have to drive at night, at 8:30 to 9:30. And it is a life changer. It's from our wonderful mentor, Dr. James Mellon, who started it. years ago, and I remember taking it when I needed it the most. Then I took it as a tune-up. Then I took it again just to continually. We go to the gym, we get our body work, and there it is.
So just to let you know what it is, every week we have, well, in this case, I'm taking a 16-week program and turning it into 8 weeks because I feel like it would be hard for people to commit to 16 weeks usually. So basically, every week we dig in to a belief, like we have an intention, like a direction, like it could be anything. I'm not going to tell you what it is because like being present. And then we go out and we work that and we have to come back and be accountable why we weren't able to be present. We keep journals, we talk to each other, we share, and what ends up happening is you start digging up all the beliefs that you have that are holding you back from whatever it is that you want to accomplish in your life. And if your life is all perfect, all it does is helps you to make it even greater. And I can vouch for it. I mean, I was in the very first one, so was he, back in 2010. And there's been thousands and thousands of lives changed. It's a proven thing. Yeah, I'm not going to sell it anymore. It's great. I know it's great.
There's 4 spots there.
Because there's only 9 people in it.
And it starts on the 22nd.
Of April and goes through June 13th, every Tuesday and Friday at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, 2 more. Gary Lynn Floyd is having his concert here, flying in. He's doing actually a Hawaiian island tour. Let's support not only CSL Kauai, but support this incredible singer. And if you say, I don't know what his work is, YouTube will be there for you. He is incredible. He is just incredible. And I am so grateful that he decided to do this tour and to come here. It's Friday, May 2nd. And then he's also going to be here on Sunday as well to help support our Sunday celebration service. And then here we go. So 2 things, I said it was 2 things, but beach cleanup, we said last week we weren't sure if we were going to go on with it. Not because the beach doesn't need clean, but there wasn't people enough to come to do it. So what Reverend Diane and Sue have said is that we're going to put up a sign-in sheet. That way they know, because we're way beyond all of us about going and doing anything that doesn't make us feel good when we get there. I don't know about any of you, but it isn't. I know the miracle is in the room, and I know it right now because I'm looking at you. There's nothing about if you can't, but what we're going to do is we're going to try and see if there is an interest, and you are all the miracles, and there's a sign up, and Stream has actually volunteered to call and remind you. It's an hour and a half. What's that? Yeah. 1 hour and a half. Oh yeah, he's going to come to your house and pick you up. No. So, and then speaking of which, this is April 1st. We have discontinued Night of Discovery. And that's all you need to know.
Yeah, and come contemplate.
I know that, and what?
Come contemplate.
And the Contemplate is on hold for a while too. I want to say something beautiful about yesterday. We felt really good as we see. It's beautiful to look out at those 1,000 flyers back there. But it's also more beautiful that these programs that we have are needed. We put Discovery out because people didn't want to do a class, a lot of classes for Science of Mind. So we thought one night a circle, wouldn't that be fabulous? And so you put some things out, and you put some. Yesterday I felt so relieved letting some of these flyers go, because there's integrity and self-love that we feel when we put on something. So now what it means is that we have an opportunity to have a blank slate on some of this stuff and get our paintbrushes out and paint something new. And if that doesn't work, goodbye. No. So we just want you to know, I don't want any more of this, like, oh, you can't tell them this. Yes, we can. You're all grown up, and we're all a family, and if we can't talk to our family about what we're doing, then what's the point? Right, Bob?
Yeah.
Bob is always there for us.
All
okay.
Right. So come to me and ask me about Mental Muscle if you're interested in it, and the book is in the bookstore because you have to have the book for it, so that's one part of it. All right, so let's take a moment have the
We have some
Namaste singers come back.
practitioners.
And the practitioners come up. They're here for you. If you want to move some energy around, thank you for doing that. Watch your shoes. Watch Patrick's shoes. Kick them under the chair. All right, I want to take a moment to thank the people that helped us today. Reverend Diane, thank you for the beautiful meditation and for your in the light also. And to Desiree and Marilyn, who are our Malama team. And Glenn and Marion, I guess, were our collection stewards. Thank you. And then Ron Stover made some carrot cake. And Kiana's brought a dessert too.
Kiana's
and
back there.
Leslie's back. Oh,
Dessert
Leslie's
bar.
actually up here right
Dessert
now.
bar.
But they're all doing hospitality. And Peggy's in the bookstore.
As soon as she
As
finishes
soon as
over
she's
there,
finished here, so don't.
she'll fill those 4 spots for you.
Yeah, she will. And then, of course, our tech team back there, Ryan, Karen, Charles, and Jonathan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And, of course, to our beautiful Namaste singers and to Kyle and Louise.
We're going to be singing Happy Birthday, too.
All right, I guess we're
So
singing.
before they go into their beautiful ending song, right, Kyle? What's this? What is today? Is it,
Birthday Sunday.
Birthday Sunday? He actually forgot. I just want to know. Birthday Sunday. So who had a birthday in the month of whatever this is? March? March. Oh, that's Margaret shares the same birthday as Rita. March 12th, right?
What?
You guys have the same. Anyone else have a birthday?
I don't know.
Anne, happy birthday, girl. I wasn't invited to your party. What happened? No.
Are we ready?
Oh,
Happy
that's
birthday.
right. Okay, so shall we sing?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Everybody's
Happy birthday, March birthday.
Happy birthday to
All right. Let's do our closing song. You all know it. I'm sure you have the words too. Let's do it.
Namaste singers and Kyle and the bass.
Like a bug in my throat.